Hello everyone, welcome to LICD LT Spice session number 3. Today's topic which we are going to cover is op-amp as an inverting adder, and we'll study its variants, that is summing amplifier, averaging amplifier and scaling amplifier, and we'll also see at the end how does the op-amp as an adder works well with AC as well as DC input. So let us start with the topic. So first we have a statement that design a circuit which will add 3 input DC voltages. So this is inverting adder circuit having 3 input voltages as VA, VB, VC, and we have to design it such a way that it will add these 3 voltages. So we will, yeah. So this is my output expression, that is V out. We have derived it in the last lecture, and here we say that we can assume that RA equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to RF, which is equal to R, which is equal to 10 kilo ohm. So basically we consider all the resistance as 10 kilo ohm. And what do we get this expression as? So V out will be minus of VA plus VB plus VC. So that's the design for adding 3 DC input voltages. And now we will simulate this in LT Spice, and to validate our result, we will consider 2 set of readings. So let us start in LT Spice. So this is my LT Spice window. From the component, I'll select OP07 and place it onto the screen. Next is I have to select various registers. So I'll select a register from here, rotate it by Control R, and I'll place it over here. Another register over here, and another one over here. Okay. Next, I will also place another register which is over here. That will be the RF actually. So let me place it over here. Okay. I'll go back to the zoom full extent and adjust this properly. Yeah. So now I'm ready to do the connections. So for connections, you have to connect it with a wire. So this goes the connection for that, and this will be the connection to the inverting input terminal. Now let us connect all the various resistors. Let us complete this step quickly. So this goes over here, and this is for the second input VB, and this will be for the third input. And let me take the terminal a little out for the power supplies. Okay. Okay, so more or less we are almost ready. Only thing is we need to add a wire, connect a wire to the ground to the non-inverting input terminal. So I'll connect it like this, and at the output I will take it out and call it as V out. So I'll label this by right clicking over the wire, and I'll call it as V out. So this is my V out. Also we need to power the op-amp, so we'll require the supply. So I'll type here voltage. So I can add 2 voltage source over here like this. Op-amp requires dual power supply, hence will require a positive as well as a negative voltage source, DC voltage source. Okay, so now we add a common ground like this over here. Do the connections to the common ground, and then label the upper node as VCC. Sorry, this will be VCC, and the lower node as VEE for the negative voltage. So this is my VEE. Power supply voltages, I will give it as around 15, and here it will be again 15. And I need to power that to op-amp. So for op-amp, I'll take the connections out like this and like this. I mean, I will label those nodes as VCC. So one is VCC and another one is VEE. Okay. So next we need to apply the voltage sources. So first of all, let us rename these registers as RA. This will be RB, and this will be RC, and this as per our design, this is called as RF. Yes, this is RF. So let me rename it as RF. Okay. Now we need to label this input. So this is VA. We have to still connect the supply, but we can label it first. So this is my VB. Oh, sorry. This is VA. This is VB. This is VC. So these are the three voltages. We have labeled it. Now we have to connect the actual source. So we connect a supply from here. Here we connect another supply, and here we connect another supply. So let me just connect them with a wire now quickly, and this will go to ground. Okay, this will also, so I will do the last power supply connection, that is the input source. So here the ground for all three. Okay, so now we are ready to work. We can rename it as, we can rename it as VA so that, it looks similar, and this will be VB, and this will be VC. So our circuit is ready and ready to work. Only thing is we need to define what are the values which we have to give. So let us go back to the design. So the values which we need to give are, all the resistance should be 10 kilo ohms. So let us do that. All the resistor values in the circuit will be 10 kilo ohms. So this is 10 kilo ohms, and this is also 10 kilo ohms. So that's it. And now we will go back to our, the to validate the results, the two set of readings. So we'll consider VA, VB, VC as 1, 2, and 3 volts respectively. So let us try that. So this will be 1 volt. This VB will be 2 volts, and this VC will be 3 volts. So now everything is ready. We will set it up for simulation. So once it is ready, we'll click on simulate, click on run, and we'll select DC operating point, since we are only calculating the DC voltage at the output, and we'll click on OK. Immediately it will show the value. So here you can clearly see V out is minus 5.9997. So how we can bring it into the circuit? Just go to the output wire, click on it, and right click on the value and select as V out. Now we can place it anywhere around. So if I can place it over here, to remove this dot, we can select view and mark unconnected pin. So that dot will go. So this value over here is my V out value. So this is my V out basically. So let us check that with our results. So here it is my PDF. Yeah. So here the theoretical value is coming out to be minus 6, and simulated value is coming out to be 5.999. So quite close. Now let us change the input VA as 3 volts, VB as 1 volt as per the requirement, and VC as 4 volts. And let us check how much is the output now. So output is coming out to be now minus 7.99, and the theoretical value is minus 8. So this is absolutely, this circuit over here is adding 3 input DC voltages perfectly fine. So that's our design for adding. So it will act as an inverting adder pretty fine. So let me just write the heading. Op-amp works as inverting adder with 3 DC input voltages. So I can add this statement over here. Okay, very good. So our first design is complete, and we have validated our results. Let us move on to the second design. So yeah, so this is a second design. We need to design a circuit which gives an average value of the 3 DC inputs applied. So again, this is a circuit with inputs VA. Okay, so there is a mistake over here. This should be VA, this should be VB, and this should be VC. So please take a note of it. This should be VA, VB, VC, and the output expression will be, oh, sorry. So the output expression is as usual, that is the of inverting adder. For averaging circuit, what we need to do is we need to assume RA, RB, and RC equal to R, and V out is equal will be equal to then minus RF upon R into VA plus VB plus VC. Further, we will consider RF upon R is equal to 1 upon N, where N is the number of inputs. So my output expression V out will become minus 1 upon 3 into VA plus VB plus VC. So let us try to do that now in a circuit. So the same circuit, only thing is this changes we have to do. So let us go there. Okay. So this is my circuitry. Let me keep it open on one side so that it all looks same. So here RA, RB and RC, we can consider it to be R, and what will be RF? So N times RF will be R. So basically your N will be 3. So 3 RF is equal to R. So your R is 10K. So RF will be, somewhere around, let's say 3 times, right? That value. So we can write over here, since we have selected R as 10K in this numerical, that is RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to 10K. So your value of RF will be R upon N, that is R upon 3, because we have 3 inputs. So that will be 10K divided by 3. So that comes out to be 3.33. So let us change that over here. So this will be 3.333 kilo ohms. So that's the value we get, and the circuit should actually work as an averaging amplifier now. So let us try to do that. So here we have selecting, actually here we are selecting RF as 1K. Already we have done the design, so not a problem. We can select RF as 1K and all the values of RA, RB and RC as 3K. Okay, so we have already worked it out. We have to just substitute these values over here. So if we do that, this circuit will work as an averaging amplifier. And to validate our results, we will again confirm 2 sets of readings. So first set of reading, all the voltages are 2 volts. So what it will be? 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6 divided by 3. So the output will be minus 2. So that's what theoretical it's written. Now let us check with LT-SPICE simulation. So here we are already set up everything. Now we have to just select the VA as 2 volts, VB as 2 volts, and VC also as 2 volts. So now we will go to simulate and we'll click on run, and we should get output which is close to minus 2. Yes, so we are getting indeed the output. Here over here, as you can see, the output is close to minus 2. Now let us check the different combinations. So now VA will be 5, VB will be 6 volts, and VC will be 7 volts. Okay, and circuit should work as an averaging amplifier. So that means minus of 5 plus 6 plus 7. So that will be around close to 18. So 18 divided by 3. So the answer should be close to 6. So let us try that. We'll simulate, we'll run, and our answer is it close to 6? Yes. Oh, is it close? It is close to 6. So V out is minus 6 theoretically, and practical and simulated value is coming out to be 5.999. So it's giving very high degree of accuracy. So hence we can also write over here, we have designed a circuit which will give you the average of the 3 DC inputs. So we can write a comment over here like this. We can write a comment: op-amp works as an averaging amplifier with 3, we have considered 3 DC inputs. It can be any number, 3 DC input voltages. So that statement also will go over here. So same circuit can act as an inverting adder, and now we have seen it is acting as an averaging amplifier. Averaging it is. Let me change it. Yeah, now it is better. So it works as an averaging amplifier. It works as an inverting adder. Now let us see what is next. So our third design, let us go to the third design. We'll design a summer circuit using op-amp with a scaling factor of 2.5. So that means this is my circuit which I've already seen with the inputs VA, VB, and VC, which are the three DC inputs, and that's my output expression. So for the summer circuit, we'll consider RA, RB, and RC as 1 kilo ohm, and we need to also consider that RF upon R here we'll consider as K, where K is 2. Actually here it is given 2.5. It's okay, we can consider it to be also 2, not a problem, and we can surely do that. Okay, so let us start. So for K is equal to, it is actually 2.5, so we will consider it to be 2.5. Please consider this as 2.5. So what we will do is we will consider RF is equal to 2.5 times R. So RF will be equal to 2.5K. So in this case, so let us build this circuit up and let us do the LT spice simulation of the same. So I'll keep it over here, and this is the same circuit. We need to give RA, RB, and RC as 1 kilo ohm. So we'll do that over here. 1K. Here also it will be 1K, and here also it will be 1K. And we have to select RF as, say, in the design numerical it's given as 2.5. So let us consider that. I think by mistake it is written here 2. So if it is that means the K value has to be 2.5. So RF will be 2.5 times R. So that means R is 1K. So RF will be 2.5K. So we'll consider this 2.5K. Okay. So let us try that now. Fine. So now in our case, actually, we have not decided yet how many inputs, how much input we have to give. So let us see that we'll give 111. So 111 means VA, VB, VC as 111, and K is 2.5, and K will be 2.5. So that means it will be 2.5 multiplied by 3. So answers would be close to minus 7.5. So let us try that. So right now we have given RA, RB, and RC as 111K and RF as 2.7K. So that means this summer circuit has a scaling factor of 2.5. So the output will be V out is equal to minus 2.5 times VA plus VB plus VC. So let me give VA as 1 volt, VB as 1 volt, and VC also as 1 volt. So the expected output should be minus 2.5 into 3, because VA, VB, VC are 3. So that should become close to minus 7.5. So let us check. Yeah. So indeed the V out is coming out to be minus 7.5, close to that. So yes. So we are getting V out as minus 7.5. Very good. Let us check one more combination. Let us try to give VA as 2 volts, VB as 0.5 volts, and VC as 1 volt. So what we have over, we can give it as 2 volts, doesn't matter. We can give it as 1.5, doesn't matter. So it is VC is around 1.5 volts. So what should be the expected answer? V out is equal to minus 2.5 times 2 plus 0.5 plus 1.5. That comes out to be 4. So this 4 we multiplied with 2.5, we should get a voltage of 10 at the output. Okay, so let us try that. So we'll run, and we are getting at the output minus 9.99 here, as you can see. V out is minus 9.99, so it is going as we have predicted. Hence, we have successfully designed a summer circuit with a scaling factor of 2.5 and with 3 DC input voltages. So let us write that down over here. So I will right click and I'll go to draft. I'll go to comment. So here I will write op-amp is working as a summer with a scaling factor of 2.5 of scaling factor of 2.5. So it's working very well. So we can add this over here like this. Okay. So far op-amp, the same circuit is working as an inverting adder, and it worked as an averaging amplifier, and now the op-amp is working as a summer circuit with a scaling factor of 2.5. So far so good. Let us go back to the code design. So design number 4 is design a scaling circuit using op-amp. So that means we have to design a scaling circuit, and for the scaling circuit, so this is the same circuit which we have considered, that is with the inputs VA, VB and VC, and the outputs over here are, the output is defined by this expression, that is V out is equal to minus RF upon RA into VA plus RF upon RB into VB plus RF upon RC into VC. So for a scaling amplifier here, we have considered that VA has a weight of 5, VB has a weight of 1.5, and VC has a scale of 2. So this equation we have to implement, that is V out is equal to minus 5 times VA plus 1.5 times VB plus 2 times VC. So what do we consider? So we consider that let RF upon RA, in this expression we have, let me just minimize a little. Yeah. So in this expression we have to make the scaling factor of VA voltage. We will adjust the weight of this VA, the RA upon RF upon RA as 5. So if we have to do that, if we consider RA as 1K, so RF will be 5K. Similarly, my RF upon RB has to be 1.5. So RF will be 1.5 times RB, and RF is already 5. So RB will come out to be 3.33 kilo ohms. Similarly, if we want RF upon RC as 2, so we will consider it as RF will be 2 times RC, and RF is already 5. So RC will be 2.5 kilo ohms. So again, to validate our result, we will consider two set of readings. Here it is. So VA, VB, VC, we'll consider it as 1, 2 and zero point 0.5 volts. And theoretically, we should get a value of around 9 volts. And whenever we consider VA, VB, VC as 0.5, 3 and zero point 0.1 volts, the answer should come close to minus 7.2. So let us start with our design. Okay, so in the same circuit, we have to consider different values now. So let us start with RF. RF has to be 5K. So this is around 5K. Okay, RA has to be 1. RB has to be 3.33 kilo ohms, and RC has to be 2.5. So we'll keep RC as 2.5. And the input combination, here we have VA, VB, VC as 1, 2 and zero point 0.5. So give it as VA as 1 volt, VB as 2 volts, okay, VB as 2 volts, and we will give VC as around 0.5 volts. Okay, so we have defined all the parameters as per the design, and we have given the input combination also, VA, VB and VC as 1 volt, 2 volt and 0.5 volts, and we are expecting a minus 9 at the output. Let us simulate and check. So go to simulate, click on the run, and at the output I am getting V out as minus 9. So we are getting very accurate results with op-amp especially. So okay, again we will verify it with one more reading. So let's consider VA as 0.5 volts, VB as 3 volts, and VC as around 0.1 volts. So if we do that, we are expecting an answer close to minus 7.2 volts. So we'll simulate, click on the run, and we are getting output as minus 7.2. So here also it's giving output very accurately. So as you can see, we are expecting an output of minus 7.2, and we are getting with op-amp the output of 7.2. So op-amp works really well as a scaling circuit also. So here we will write, actually here there is a spelling mistake. Yeah. So we can add here only op-amp works as a scaling circuit. also, and all these values are of DC values. So now so far we have considered that op-amp works as an averaging amplifier, the same circuit. It works as an inverting adder, it works as a summing circuit, and it also works as a scaling circuit. And all but right now all the values of VA, VB, and VC were DC values. Now let us go back to our PDF. Now we have come to the last section, that is working with DC and AC input. So actually op-amp also works well with DC as well as AC inputs. So let us try that. Let us see this point. So now the section is the fifth section and the last for today's LT Spice session, that is working with DC and AC inputs. So here we have considered VA, VB, VC as a combination of AC and DC inputs. So here we select the value of resistors RA, RB, RC as 1K and RC as 2K. And so Vout expression will be -2 into VA plus VB plus VC. But right now our more focus is over here, that VA will be given as 1 volt DC, VB will be given as 1 volt AC with a frequency of 100 Hertz, and VC will be given as 0.4 volts peak to peak AC with a frequency of 1 kilohertz. So we have a combination of AC as well as DC input voltages. So let us check our analysis. Let us reflect this in our LT Spice, and let us start building the circuit. Okay. So here we have our LT Spice window also open. Let me just expand it. Yeah. So now VA, we have to consider it to be a DC voltage of 1 volt. So that's okay. VB, we have to cancel this out and we have to go to advanced. We have to select a sine wave whose DC offset is 0. Amplitude is 0.2 volts peak. So it will be 0.4 volts peak to peak. And with a frequency, okay, it is VB actually. So VB is around 0.5 volts peak, and it will be 1 volt peak to peak with a frequency of 100. And we'll click on OK. So we have given this sinusoidal wave of 0.5 volts peak, and VC will be 0.2 volts. So we have to remove this first. Go to advanced, select sine, DC offset as 0, amplitude as 0.2 volts, and the frequency of this will be 1 kilohertz. Okay, when click OK. Now let me adjust this properly so that it's visible onto the screen. So this is my sine. This is so VC and VB are my sinusoidal inputs, that is AC inputs, and VA is my DC input. So let us simulate this and check what are we supposed to get. First of all, we have to remove this and the .op, because now it will be a transient analysis. So we'll go to simulate. We'll go to run. It will ask for the stop time. We can give it around as 30 milliseconds, and we'll click on OK. And we will check the inputs now first. So we'll first plot the VA now. So this is my VA, 1 volt peak to peak. This is my VB, and that's my VC. So my VC over here is a it's a sinusoidal wave of a little bit higher frequency of 1 kilohertz. My blue color wave is my VB with an amplitude of 1 volt peak to peak and a frequency of 100 hertz. And my red color, oh, I have to change the color over here. I will make it as a little bit of let's say green. So your green wave is a DC value of 1 volt. Now let us check what output you will get. So for the output, right click on this, click on add trace, and we can check the output over here. Again, we'll right click, add trace, and we'll plot V out. So that's the input. The VA, VB, VC were the inputs, the 2 ACs and 1 DC, and we have got the output, which is mixing the AC with the DC signals. So it is very well working fine. Okay, one change we have forgotten to do was we have to select the various values of resistors properly. So we will do that. So RA is 1K, RB also has to be 1K, and RC will also be 1K, and RF will be 2K. So if we do that, we will get the result as per desired. So here Vout will be -2 into VA amplitude is 1. It's actually 1 volt DC. And next will be VB. VB again will be a zero point 0.5 volts peak, so it will be 1 volt peak to peak, and VC will be zero point 0.5 volts peak. So that's what we are getting over here. And now let us go to the circuit and simulate it again. Okay, so that's what we are getting. So this is my output with a combination of, so we is the result of mixing the two input signal and one more DC signal. So that is VA will be a DC, VC and VB are the AC inputs with different frequency, and that's the result which we are getting at the output. So this is the op-amp is working well with both AC as well as DC inputs also. So you can also verify this amplitude and check it out whether it's working with the help of this formula or not. So again the op-amp is working very well with AC and DC. So we can write over here, right click and draft, go to comment. So op-amp works well with AC as well as DC input voltages. So that's the comment which we can write over here at the top, because all these things we have verified it. And also only care you have to take it is whatever is the power supply level. This here it is plus or minus 30. The output with whatever combination of inputs you design should not exceed the power supply level, or else the op-amp will go into saturation. So only that care you have to take. So we have seen this circuit. We have simulated this circuit with different combinations of RA, RB, and RC and RF, and different combination of inputs, and it is working well with op-amp is working well as an inverting adder, as an averaging amplifier, as a summer, as a scaling circuit, and it also works well with AC and DC input voltages. So that concludes our section, and we have completed our desired aim. That is today's topic we have completed, wherein the op-amp worked as an inverting adder, as a summing amplifier, as an averaging amplifier, and as a scaling amplifier. And we have also verified it works well with DC and AC inputs. So that's all for today's session. Next time we'll see another application of op-amp. Until then, have a good day.